Hello folks, back to Cornwall, going to do some laps of Bishopswood, Hustingwood and possibly Grogley. I haven't filmed for a while because I got a bit of a backlog from editing, and then I kind of had a bit of an issue with my shoulder, and then I was just tired, so I haven't filmed. So we are now into the autumn. It looks very nice. We had a massive storm yesterday, so not entirely sure how all these trails are going to be, but I'm pretty pleased to be going out. Might be meeting Julian and the folks again. I'm not sure if they're still here because they started at 10, so we'll just see what happens. Bishopswood, if you've ever been there, is got a really good car park at the bottom, but it's by this really little awkward bridge, and the direction that we come in makes it really hard to get round in a long wheelbase van. So we parked at Grogley and then we're going to cycle across. I am just going to do a little warm up over here on some trails, just to kind of like get my eye in. Had a really good ride at Howden on a couple of days ago. That was really nice. So just before I go into anything that's steeper and more slippery over at Hustings, I'm just giving myself a little bit of a warm up. I think I'm going the right way. So as these trails go over on this side, they're really mellow, which is good if you do need a warm up. And even if you don't, it's nice sometimes to start with something a bit easier, just so you feel ready. It's a bit like training at the gym when you haven't done anything and you kind of, it was this one, kind of just like need to do something like the treadmill just to get your body going. It's the same sort of principle. And also I think it will help me remember some of the trails. Like there, I couldn't remember that one, so whereas I'll get my eye in and be like, oh, I know where I am. I was hesitant with that one over the second tree stump because when I came in before, I nearly went straight over the bars on something like that, and it was actually that one because I went too slow. But now I know that you just need to hit it with a bit of speed and pop off, and it's fine on the other side. It's just that bit of remembering. Been a few weeks, and you should always look before you leave, guys, because otherwise you could break your leg. This is the nice little pedally up bit. Good for practicing flow and pumping over stuff. Last time I came here, I hadn't done the motor update, which I've done now. Makes a big difference. That EMTV Plus, if you haven't done it already, is wildly different. Really, really good. But, whoa, you do have to be careful because it can really kick you because it's got like almost like the race motor where it kicks, and you could be like freewheeling and then just go to put a little bit on and then suddenly be like, oh my goodness. First track over here, I think that it's kind of the more mellow one. But what's really annoying is I've just looked and I only got 50% battery even though I charged my GoPro last night, so that's 100% annoying. But we will see what we get. Glad I realised that though, and we've come over here now. This is definitely harder than the last time I came over, mostly because you can't actually see where the trail is now because of all the leaf coverage. And I don't know how well the camera will pick this up, but it's very off camber here. And so if you go down, you're going to slide quite a while before you catch anything. Oh, fuck me. That was very lucky. Shame it was on that shoulder though. Oh, that's going to be a graze. Oh, fuck. Wow. Okay, gonna have to be really careful down here. Everything is absolutely covered. So there's a tree stump there, covered with a load of leaves that you could not see, that I just basically ripped off. Okay, just adjusted my handlebars back and we'll go again. I want to be really careful as well because next weekend I'm at Bike Park Wales for Ladies' Day. Not on this bike, not that I want to break this bike, but if something happened to this, I'm riding the other bike next weekend. But it's more me because, well, as I mentioned, with my shoulder, fucking hell. Yeah, I'm trying to get it good, and well, that's very fucking dodgy. That is a bad place to park, but that's not a great place to park either. I'm actually pretty pleased that I came down here really slowly because people have parked right in front of the trail exits. No real idea where I am. Just gonna go down here. Looks like there might be something. Two somethings. Let's go left. Okay, definitely a bike trail. Someone has attempted to build a berm. Didn't go on this one last time, but I think because they were taking us on like the hardest ones because Jim was there. This is quite nice. I think Pete and Simon would like this. That's quite good fun. What else is there in there? This also looks like a bit of a trail. I reckon if I'd have taken like the right hander over there. Nice. Found another trail, let's go. Oh, that was quite good fun actually. Nothing too shoulder barging there. Don't know if this is actually a trail. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, multiple trails, look at this. These are trails we definitely didn't ride, I'm sure. Wow, that's the biggest rock slab I've hit blind ever. So I seem to have gone full circle. So I'm following another random trail I found. Which I'm guessing goes this way, but who knows, you know, like... Not sure how much we'll get on camera, 28%, but we'll see. But managed to meet up with them, might only be for a run or so, because they're all on eaves and I think their batteries are running out. It's actually nicer in the wet.
It's nice. It is,
yeah, because in the dry, some of those you're going up and then you're just like...
out. Yeah. Yeah.
That was good. Well, I got to come back because I only charged my GoPro to like 50%, so now I have like none of this today. Whoa, muddy! Met Julian and co for another couple of laps. No filming, obviously, because the GoPro is flat. But he's now giving me directions to a few more things in Hustings, so I'm going to go and hit those. Try and keep this video kind of interesting without it. But I do think for me to do a really good video here, I am going to need to come back with people who know exactly where the stuff is, because that will make the videos better for me, I think. Because I'm not so good when it comes to riding somewhere that I don't know, because I get irritated from trying to ride around finding trails. I think that comes out in the video. So not feeling like that now. I'm just going to add extra content, and yeah, we'll just ride as much as we can. And if I see an interesting feature like I did with that slab, I'll just like walk back up and show, maybe put the camera up or something. So this will be good. Sadly, I do not think there'll be any more GoPro footage now, because it's on 28% and it's kind of cut off doing stuff. I will try pressing it and see if it does things, but I'm pretty sure that is the end of that. But I will be back here because there's so much that I'd like to film, and there's so much stuff that I haven't ridden here. So I will definitely be back filming, making it a little bit more interesting. But that was my bad. I should have checked that it was totally charged, because I could have plugged it in the van on the way. In between this video and the last one, I actually did a naughty Northumbrian. I wasn't allowed to film it because I didn't have permission and all that kind of jazz. But that was the steepest, slipperiest, scariest thing I've ever done. It was different to the mega avalanche in terms of hard, but it was still really hard. Anyway, my point is, since I've done that and I've gone for little rides, no flat corners, no steep corners, nothing technical has been as scary as that. And I have just dropped down this totally blind. You're coming off that bit and then trying to get back control, and you're coming into these sharp little rocks, and then just down that bit, which basically looks flat on this camera. Super proud of myself for that, because that was like a real mental breakthrough for me. And that doesn't look steep on camera, but it actually is. And it comes into a really rocky section here, which I've only just noticed. I say dropped because I did end up dropping, because I had no idea what it's going to be on the other side. So basically came down this trail absolutely blind to that rock feature there, came flying in, and my normal thing would have been to stop at the, I didn't, I just went straight over it, because in my head I was like, well, wherever it goes I'm going to be able to ride it. And yeah, like super impressed. Came off there like really sketch, because that route there that was actually like quite a lump, but that really good big travel and big front wheel kept my weight in the perfect position and just went over it, rolled all the way down. So up a 28% gradient. So this will take me, I would say, probably out of Grogley and Bishops and Hustings. Hustings is the hardest one to navigate, because you can end up kind of anywhere along the fire road, which is very big, and it kind of all looks the same. Whereas when you go to Bishops, you end up in two very distinct places. One really close to the car park from one side, and one really close to the car park from the other side, and it's very obvious, and you come down the same place every time. Grogley, again, you cross fire road, you always end up at the bottom of the same fire road every time, regardless of where you start at the top. So it means it's quite easy to search for trails, because you know you come to the bottom and you're always going in the same direction to climb back up every time. Whereas Hustings isn't like that. You don't know whether you need to turn left or right at the bottom to go back to your climb. So I've done a lot of climbing miles today, purely off the fact that I have turned the wrong way nearly every single time I have got to the bottom of the trail. Another new thing are these new melon glasses. So they got those flashy new lenses in that change colour and stuff. Because the ones I had before, the older model, which were really good, but unfortunately some little scrope nicked them. I had them on my leg whilst I was wiping my eyes, because it was a particularly eye-watery day, and I rode off accidentally with them on my leg. I must have literally been like, we're talking 2 minutes maximum, turned round, went back up only a little bit down the trail to where there'd been a whole bunch of like kids that had been messing about and basically being dangerous on the trails. Got there, they were gone, and there was absolutely no sign of my glasses. So probably doesn't take a genius to work that out. And they were those really nice like pink ready lenses as well, which would have been like a little magnet to someone to nick. But Melon very, very kindly sent me out a replacement pair. So thank you very much for the support, guys. It's much appreciated. So I have finished the ride. I meant to do some more clips, but I forgot and I got really, really tired. So now we are at a cafe on, what trail is this? Is this the Camel Trail still?
Yes.
We're on the Camel Trail. Nice little cafe. We come here before actually and had sandwiches, and we're going to finish off our ride with that. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry I had a bit of a boo-boo with the GoPro, but I will be back here again, and it will probably be better next time because I will know a bit more of where I'm riding and I won't be getting lost all the time. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more cool stuff, and I will see you at the next one.